During this day and age, we are more distracted than ever, and we find ourselves comparing ourselves to others, and the ability to see into other people's lives does not help with this issue. With social media constantly updating us, television filling us in on the latest news, and the internet at our fingertips, we are able to keep up with so many people's daily lives and see how great of a life they are living. Rarely do you see people posting the perceived negative side of their lives when they're struggling or when they're doing the same everyday activities that we're all accustomed to. You just typically see the cool stuff. When you're able to see so many other people's lives so easily, you start to think everyone's living such a great life except you. This is the part where you start to compare yourself to other people. All of a sudden, you start comparing yourself to your friends, celebrities, or even family. You see them living these affluent lifestyles out on their fancy boat, traveling the world, trying the newest trends, whatever it may be. I know for me, I have definitely struggled with this as I always compare myself to others. For example, I felt really bad about myself when I went back to college when I was older. And honestly, I wasn't even that much older. And the people I was in class with, I was only about 5 years older than them. So it wasn't even that bad. I started comparing myself to my classmates that I graduated high school with, where they would be done college if they did go to college, and they'd be working these full-time jobs. And here I am just going back to college. The thing is, we all take our own path and we all go at our own pace. Some people find out what they want to do early in their lives, some later. Knowing and understanding this is starting to become a bigger impact on my life, and I'm starting to focus more on this. Focusing on yourself and not on other people is key to realizing all that you're accomplishing. There are probably several small wins and potentially even some big wins. They're just so spread out, and you're constantly seeing other people's wins that you fail to notice your own wins. One thing that I found that works for me that I try to focus on is trying to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. Whether that be through reading books, getting certifications, learning from others, exercising, working on my YouTube channel. Now is about that time to hit that like button if you already haven't. It helps me out and it helps my mom from making several accounts to like my videos. But however, if your goal is to get somewhere and achieve something, taking those small steps today to get you closer to that goal is what's going to help you out. An issue I think we fall victim to is comparing ourselves to world-class performers. I like to use the example of athletes because I know I used to do it and I still do, and I know other people do, where you compare yourself to these top athletes, where you say something like, wow, that guy's only 18 years old, he just got drafted, and he's leading his team in scoring. I know I also do this when I'm exercising, when I see people younger than me and they're lifting more weight than me. I know this can be tough when you see these jack guys at the gym, but starting to focus on yourself and the progress that you're making. If it is in the gym, focus on the progress that you made when you first started exercising. Well, you'll start somewhere, and that really strong person that we're comparing ourselves to also started somewhere similar to where we're starting. They've just put the time and effort into exercising and getting to where they are today. I know for me, I started with just barely lifting the bar, and I probably never imagined lifting anything more than that. The amount of weight that I've been able to increase over the years is wild to think about, from where I started to where I am today. I think if you just take a step back and look at yourself and how much progress you've made in your life, you're gonna be amazed as well. What we need to realize is that some of these people were born with these great genes, and not only that, they've been putting countless amounts of hours, effort, and years in to perfect their craft. Another area is professional or business life, where we get to comparing these people that have been put on a pedestal, or even just regular people that have years more of experience than us in the industry to get where they're at, where they've been grinding for these years to get where they're at, to enjoy the life they live. What we don't see is those 10 plus years that it took them to get to where they're at, the countless hours of working and avoiding all those fun times so they could build the business that they currently have, what I call the behind the scenes experience. They were right where you are, but what separates them from the rest is that they were focusing on themselves and making available less time to compare themselves to others. They had an end destination in mind and the steps they need to take day in and day out. It was those small incremental gains that they had, that they built up over time, that got them to where they are today. There's always beauty with the struggle. What we need to work on, and it's something that I've struggled with, that I'm trying to improve on, is celebrating those small wins that we get from the efforts that we're putting in. If you're struggling to find little wins, there's so many little things to be grateful for each and every day. Not to sound down or anything, but waking up every single day. Do you realize how many people didn't get the opportunity to wake up today? You have a roof over your head. I'm assuming you have internet since you're watching this video. You have food to eat. There are so many small things to be grateful for. Small wins can lead to big victories. I know this can be really tough, but putting your phone away and not checking everyone's lives out Focus on yourself a little bit today and accomplish something for yourself. Go for a run, read a book, start a business. Okay, maybe not start a business, but maybe start brainstorming for it. You could start a YouTube channel that you've always been talking about doing. Just go out and do something for yourself and then celebrate that small or big win. And then once you do that and appreciate your small wins, you'll soon get that snowball effect and help keep you going and build momentum. If we stop for a second on focusing on other people's successes and focus on our own, we will realize just how far we have come, and maybe we are living those lives that other people wish they had. So take some time to focus on yourself, work towards your goals, and not compare yourself to others. Appreciate where you started and where you are now. There's lots to celebrate, so celebrate those small wins. And as always, thanks for watching, and let's level up.